Hey Pam, welcome to the inside of Xerox Corporation. I know that choosing a multifunctional printer is sometimes tough, and it may even seem impossible on some days. But we're going to make that easy, because choosing a multifunction printer should never be tough. We're going to put the decision back in your hands. We're going to give you full control. How are we going to do that? We're going to take personal responsibility for everything we propose within your office, and we're going to cover that with the total satisfaction guarantee. The total satisfaction guarantee means that if you don't like the machine that we put in your office or you feel it has not met your needs, we'll replace it. And I know that balancing the financial office with the limitations of today's market is sometimes difficult, but with the lower CPC and the amount of money that we've put in discounts in this machine, I think that you're going to see that the pricing is tremendous. Not only are you going to be able to save money, but you're also going to be able to grow within your office and what you can do. Now this man here installed grassroots customer service with every Xerox employee that I actually stay true to today. And I promise you, Pam, if you do move forward with this multifunctional printer, I'll never ever have to ask for your permission again. You'll be fully confident in everything that I propose in your office. Thanks, Pam, and we're going to go into the DRC now and see the 516 action. Pam, we're going to go over the machine in just 1 second. But as I had mentioned earlier, the needs assessment is probably one of the most important things that both a potential partner and a vendor should do before they make any recommendation. Now, when we're going over the machine, I'm going to actually cover your needs assessment. But first, I'm going to review it with you. You're experiencing a lot of jams with your current Konica Minolta and Xerox. You've upgraded your total network within the office, and the machines are no longer compatible. Faster rip speeds. So the document transfer speed. When I spoke to Valerie, she said when she prints large documents or reports, it takes forever to print. Copy, print, scan, fax is a must. Higher quality, and sometimes you print on heavier stocks. So what I'm going to do now is start with the paper trays. Tray 1, the size is 12 by 18, but it is scalable down by using these arms to 11 by 8.5. Tray 2 can do 11 by 17, 500 sheets, and again, it's scalable down to 8.5 by 11. Tray number 3 can hold 870 sheets, but only at the size 8.5 by 11. Tray number 4 can do 1,140 sheets, but only at 8.5 by 11 as well. This small tray here, you won't have a need for this tray, so we're just going to go ahead and bypass it. This tray here can do 13 by 18. It also does heavy stocks, and it's more like a utility tray. You can also print number 10 envelopes on this tray. It can hold up to a 110-pound cover, 250 sheets. The reason why we have so many trays, and the reason why I would pick this configuration, is because it gives you the ability to have different medias inside your trays. That way, if you're printing, say, 8.5 by 11, and you have a partner that's printing posters, well, the poster paper's not in there. Normally with other vendors, the machine would just freeze up. With Xerox, we have something called print around. So if your media is in there, but theirs isn't, your job will actually skip his and print. We're going to go through what is called the mainframe now. It's your central printing system. And we're going to start right here with the automatic document feeder. Now the automatic document feeder is one of the ways that you can copy and scan documents. You simply put the documents in. This machine will adjust to the amount of pages that you put in here, and they will fire through at an amazing rate. Now this is the way that you can copy and scan documents. The second way you can copy and scan documents is the platen glass. Now the platen glass is something that you would use if you're scanning a birth certificate or a smaller document. You'd actually put them on the platen glass, scan the document that way. Or it could be reserved for things like old documents that are, say, 50, 60 years old, that you don't want to take the risk of scanning through any automatic document feeder. The third way that you can scan items into this machine, or scan items, is with the USB drive. Now you can either use a thumb drive, or you can use a USB cord connected to a laptop or a smartphone to actually go ahead and enter documents into the machine. If you don't need to use it, you simply cover it up. The next thing I want to draw your attention to is the inside of this machine. Now, we spoke earlier about paper jams. With the redesign of the paper path in the Xerox Color 560, paper jam are going to be a thing of the past. As you can see, as you can see, the paper path is a lot smoother and it's more direct. And if you have any issues, if you do have scanning, again, these are labeled as customer easy access points, and you can go ahead and either roll the paper out, or just grab the paper itself. Now again, these are on rollers, easily slid in, easily brought out. What I also want to draw your attention to is this color here. Now this color here will indicate all the customer replaceable parts. Now you're probably familiar with Smart Kits now, and it's just as easy as you do it now. Things that you would call a service technician for on other vendors' machines, you can do easily in your own office. Smart Kits is one of those things that's actually going to reduce downtime and maximize uptime, so you don't have to be waiting around for this machine to be fixed. More custom replaceable parts. You've probably already seen these in the past on your current Xerox unit. These are very easily put back together and taken out. Toner. Just like in your current Xerox unit, you probably can replace toner yourself. Very easy on this machine. Now that I've shown you the paper path, I do want to talk about Smart Kits here for a second. Now, one of the issues that you guys have had with your Konica Minolta is sometimes you have to call a service technician to change some of the parts. The invention of Smart Kits was probably one of the most amazing things that Xerox has ever done. It maximizes your uptime, so you don't have to worry or wait for a service technician to show up. You simply replace the parts and you move on. Pam, this is the finisher. Please keep in mind that your machine's not going to be this big. The CNC fold is not part of the configuration that I've proposed. If you feel like you need it, we can add it, but honestly, it's something that you don't need, and it's at an added cost. What you have here is the post-process inserter. Now, the post-process inserter is for jobs like if a customer has a certain cover that they want on all their reports, you can actually load stocks in here of pre-printed jobs that are already done, and you can impose them as part of a finished product. You can actually put 200 sheets in that tray. Now this tray here is the 500 sheet tray. And actually we've printed some posters off, so just to give you an idea of the size and the quality, there's one right there. Now this tray can hold up to 500 sheets, and it's more or less for posters and smaller jobs that you can put on this tray. This tray here is the more heavy-duty tray. It's a 3,000 sheet stacker tray, and it does move side to side, so it offsets any jobs that you have, so you don't have to worry about separating those jobs later on. It'll actually separate them for you. What we have here is the booklet maker. Now, something I didn't mention in your needs assessment over there was the booklet maker, because it actually came after the fact, but the booklet maker is something that you guys did want in your configuration. I did print these booklets earlier, and as you can see, they come out with amazing quality. My assistant here is going to pass me a tray. Now, when you're printing booklets, you don't want to wait around with them forever. So you can actually lower this tray, and The booklet maker comes with a conveyor belt that actually pulls the documents into a tray. Saves a lot of time for you waiting. Say if you're only printing 3 or 4, these conveyor belts will actually push it to the edge and hold it here. I'm going to go ahead and leave those on the tray. Now the next thing I want to draw your attention to is actually the inside of the booklet maker. If you ever do get a jam, which using Xerox media in this new machine, it's 99.9% chance that you won't, but if you do encounter a jam, these are very easy parts. They're called customer easy access points. You just open these up, you pull the jam out, and you close them. Now, we're going to get into a little bit later about why I feel this machine is the best fit for your office and why the booklet maker can actually make you money. So what we're going to do next is go to the main frame of the machine. Stay tuned. This unit can copy, print, scan, and fax. And as I showed you earlier, there's many ways you can actually put documents into this machine. But when you're printing, it's at a swift speed. You can print at 65 pages a minute in black and white and 60 pages in color. And it also shoots out the most crisp, beautiful documents that you'll ever see. And something that I didn't mention when I was talking about the finishing options was the decurler. This machine has something called the active decurler. What it does is, I'm going to take you over to some of the output documents that we actually have. Now what it does is, this is one of the finished products on the Color 560. As you can see, it has no shadows, no grain. It's a beautiful low matte finish. Now why does it have a low matte finish? Because of something called emulsion grade toner. It's evenly made particles that spread evenly over the page, which gives you more of an offset look finish and not the digital copy finish look. This is something you'd see in a photo mart. Now the active decurler. Normally on Konica Minoltas or other machines, and even some of the early Xerox machines, you'd get humidity in the paper. And when the rollers and the print rollers get hot, it actually takes the water and humidity out of the paper, which causes curling. Well, with the active decurler, it keeps that straight. A beautifully straight picture. I'm going to use the camera as your eye right now as I show you the LCD screen. What you have here is the 10-inch LCD screen that makes workflow easy. You've got most of your buttons on the front screen. You've got your copy, scan, network scanning, scan to email, and they're very intuitive. You just go inside them. Say if you want to create a booklet, you do job assembly, booklet creation, booklet on, you make your booklet. It's literally that easy. Also, we use the LCD screen to actually power your Fiery. Now your Fiery is what's going to make your document transfer speed lightning fast. You're going to spend less time waiting for documents to transfer onto your machine and print out, and it's going to easily print these documents at a much faster speed. 90% of what you do in the run of a day will be on your LCD screen, and it will be customized to your specifications. The Fiery with the LCD screen is going to make your office workflow faster and simpler. Hey Pam, in conclusion, I'd just like to leave you with the final thought. You've seen the 560 in action, and you've seen the finishing options that it actually has. This machine is going to improve the way that you communicate with customers, and it's going to improve the workflow within your office, which is going to improve morale. You're going to save money on labor cost. You're going to save money on downtime. You're going to save money on outsourcing any documents in color. Plus, you're going to be able to communicate with your customers at a wider range of communication ability. With the marketability of this machine, you're going to be able to make calendars, you're going to be able to do booklets, color reports. As I showed you earlier, you're going to be able to do folds for thank you cards. So any customers that you have, you can actually do thank you cards and send them out to your customers. The marketability on this machine brings all your marketing options inside. You don't have to go outside now. So not only are you coming from your office budget, but you're also reducing your marketing budget and putting it into this machine. And it's just a great way to keep in touch with your customers and actually improve the amount of services that you have with customers by showing them booklets, calendars, thank you cards, folding options, everything that you currently possibly outsource, you can now do in-house. So Pam, I hope that you like the proposal, I hope that you like the 560, and I hope that you're ready to move forward. I'll call you later on this week and we'll talk about the numbers and talk about how it's going to save you money and improve everything else within your office. So thank you, Pam, and have a great day.